we've got the grand final of the freshman men's eights. So what we know is these guys are definitely fresh, because this is a final only. They've been here waiting Friday and Saturday for their moment, which is about to happen. So they're coming to the platform now. We got a little bit of time. Give you a little bit of a background. California is going to be in lane 7. They won the Pac-12 this year by about 1/10 of a second over their very common competitor, Washington. Washington's in lane 6. They have won this event for 4 years now in a row, so they're the defending champion from 2015. Navy's in lane 5. You got to go back to 1965 when they last won this event. And we've got Wisconsin, lane 4. 1983 was when they won the event. And then the first place finisher from this year's Dadville Regatta over there on the birthplace of U.S. rowing, the Schuylkill River, is Drexel University. They were first in this event just a few weeks ago, and they'll be in lane 3. And then finally, completing our field today is Temple University. They also competed in the Dadville, and they were 6th place. They were a bit off of Drexel's pace. So Cal and Washington, we'll see what happens there. Lord knows being next to each other is not something that really kind of phases those two crews, and it's going to egg on hopefully the rest of the, I think will egg on the rest of the field as well. So Navy and Wisconsin being a little bit close to lane 6 and 7, if they can really kind of feed off of that energy that we know is going to come out of 6 and 7 with Washington and Cal, that could be good. And having that Philadelphia rivalry there in lanes 3 and 2 can always do some positive things as well. You may have heard, perhaps, but yeah, all crews have been warned. They all arrived at the line late. And so that means if anybody false starts, they'll be excluded. Or if they receive another warning for any reason, that will be it. So we'll see if they're going to really have to discipline themselves and stay stuck to that line to make sure they clearly hear the attention go, the go command, and make sure that flag is actually in motion from the starter before they leave. Otherwise, it's not going to be a fun row back to the docks. We're starting to feel our first very gentle raindrops up here, and I hope that they remain gentle and sparse. Once again, it's quite quiet down here. They're now starting their poll.
Navy, Washington, California. Attention.
Here we go.
Go.
I do not hear sirens, and everyone is definitely into their rhythm. So we definitely had a nice clean start. Good for them. That would have been not a good way to have a race turn out on a Sunday with a second warning and an exclusion. Washington appears to have that early lead. Again, very energetic with that nice high rate. Cal just back a little bit, looks a little bit lower, lots of good power. Wisconsin right here in the middle, they've come off nicely, but Navy as well. And then again, we've got Temple and Drexel definitely feeding off each other. There's going to be some Philadelphia pride from those two crews, but it looks to be right now Washington is out as the leader. Cal seems to be hanging on right there. Kind of looks like they've matched their speed now. Wisconsin edging out, nosing out on Navy. And then, as I said, on these lanes over here, 2 and 3, Drexel. I think Temple might have the better of Drexel right now. And over to the Fred and Bob.
Okay, we've got the freshman grand in Washington and California having cleared the field at 500 meters already. Washington a half a length up on Cal. And then it's back open water to Wisco and Navy running neck and neck. And then it's back another 7 seats to Drexel and Temple running neck and neck in lanes 1 and 2. California dearly does not want Washington to walk away with this. They've had a good rivalry all season, trading pieces on the West Coast. But right now, Washington is pulling away. They've got 4 seats over Cal, and I don't think they're paying a bigger price. They're both sort of marching along at 36. 750 in, it's 38 for Washington. And it's a real knife fight. It's a real knife fight between these. It's just going to be tit for tat here for these two crews. They are arch rivals, and they're going at it. And now Washington's taking a 10, and on 3 or 4 more seats. So Washington is trying to break this open in the second 500, and it's looking like they really went up. They're at 39, so hopefully they stride out again, or they're going to spin their wheels dearly in the last 500. At the 1,000 is Washington Coxon on the Cal bow. Then it's open water back to Navy. Navy would be third, of about 2/3 of a length up on Wisco. Wisco a half a length up on Drexel. Drexel half up on Temple. Washington back down to 38. 38 and a half. So they took a big move before the 1,000. And Cal so far hasn't been able to answer it. Cal at 37 and a half. Bow on Coxon. Well, that's the margin. And I heard a yell from the Washington boat with 7:50 to go. Boy, they are way out in front. They're 2 lengths open in front of Navy. So this could be an important win for the Huskies today, having stumbled in the varsity and the JV. And turning it over to the tower as these crews are really stretched out with Washington in front.
And Washington out to nearly a full length, about to break open water, overstroking the field, but boy, they mean business out here. California in second, the Naval Academy in third, Wisconsin in fourth. Wisco being challenged a little bit by the Philadelphia duo over there. Both Drexel and Temple, they want to beat each other, and they're coming back on the Badgers. Remains to be seen whether Wisconsin, who's been understroking Navy a little bit, can pull back up into that third place and get a medal out of this. But right now, it's Washington running away with it. California comfortably in second, and then close between Navy and Wisconsin. Wisco appears to be moving a little, but I'm still calling it Navy, maybe half a length. Both those crews are understroking California, and Washington has been 38-39 the majority of this race. And they mean business. They're out to open water right now. So see if Cal can spin it up here in the last 250 and get their bow over the stern deck. It does look like Cal is not a long way more than a length back, but I believe it's a full length. Here comes Wisconsin up on Navy, but Navy holding a third of a length, I'd say now. Who wants to do this right now? It's fish or cut bait. Let's go. Washington well out in front. Here we go. Last 10. Washington. Here comes Cal. They're overlapped. Half a length. Can they do it? Last few. Washington. Cal. Third of a length. Navy. Open water out on Wisco. This is a third place medal. The Naval Academy across the line right now. Half a length of open, 2/3 of a length of open back to Wisco in fourth place now. Drexel Crossing the line now, and Temple now.